Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
All right, so let's take a look at our bell ringer. A little background knowledge. We have been talking about unit prices, right? We've been talking about sales taxes and all those things. So we're looking back just to kind of refresh your memory before today's lesson on unit prices. So you're having a party and you need to provide snacks. There are 2 boxes of the same type of cookies at Walmart. Box A is $5.99 for 16 ounces. And box B is $7.20 for 20 ounces. Which box is the better buy? Raise your hand, please. Anthony.
Box A.
Box A. How much was box A per ounce? 37 cents per ounce?
37 cents.
Okay, good. 37 cents per ounce. And how much was this one, Tyler?
36 cents per ounce.
36 cents per ounce. So which one is the better buy?
Box B.
Box B, because it's cheaper per ounce. Okay, yeah. All right, so now we're expanding this to generic and name brand foods, okay? Today's objectives are, you're gonna make a prediction based on unit price, which one is gonna taste better, and then you're gonna develop a logical argument defending your position on unit pricing in name brand and generic brand foods. I'm going to show you now what you're going to do when you go into the tablet, okay? We have Godiva chocolate versus Hershey's chocolate. Now, just for your background, and this is what you're going to do before we move. Godiva chocolate is $3.99 for a 1.5 ounce bar, which is exactly the same size as a Hershey bar, okay? But a Hershey bar is 75 cents for the whole bar, okay? So I divided 3.99 divided by 1.5 and found out that Godiva bar is $2.66 per ounce.
Yeah.
The Hershey bar is about 50 cents per ounce. So that's a big difference in price, okay? So what I would do, and this is what's going to happen in there, you have some products labeled A, some are labeled B, but they're not differentiated. It doesn't say Coca-Cola, Sam's Choice, all right? It's just two drinks, 2 cups of drinks. So just like this is 2 chocolate bars. So this is what you got. I'd walk in, I'd look at both the bars, and then I would just make some notes about the general appearance of the chocolate bars, okay? So I'd look at chocolate bar A, and I might write like, it's light in color. Looks like not too shiny maybe, or something like that. Just make some generalizations about the chocolate. Now, the B bar has fancy designs on it, so I would write that. It looks fancier.
And it's kind of big and wide.
Yeah, it's a larger, well, it's actually a thicker bar when you put them right next to each other. So you'll make some generalizations based on what the product looks like. Then you're going to taste them one at a time. I would taste this. I might put like, this is really light, very sweet. And this one would, when I did taste them, it's kind of a richer taste.
Rich, creamy.
And bitter.
Oh.
Okay? So then, after we do this, you're going to get a Post-it note. There's a little stack of Post-it notes on each table. So you decide which one you like better. Let's say I like A better. I'm going to take one Post-it note and go over to the poster that has the chocolate bars and just put a Post-it note under the A. Okay? That way, everybody's kind of voting on it. You're ranking which product you like better. Okay? Then at the end, when everybody has voted or ranked their products, I'm going to tell you which one was the better product, or the more expensive product, not the better product. Okay? So, with that in mind, okay, first we're going to make a prediction about what you think is going to taste better. Okay? Do you think the name brand or the generic will taste better? Just based on what you know so far. Which one do you think should taste better?
Name
The name
Name
brand.
brand? Okay, so write that in the blank right here. You think that the name brand is gonna taste better. Anybody wanna, share why? Why do you think the
I'll
name?
share why.
Yeah, Mark.
The name brand is supposed to like have the taste that like people wanna buy and constantly come back and buy. And the generic one is supposed to be like supposed to have that nasty taste, so like this ain't.
Good, it's cheaper, so it shouldn't taste as good, right? Anybody else?
The name brand uses more richer ingredients
Okay,
and better ingredients.
so it's more expensive, so therefore it should taste better.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
good. Anybody else? Anybody?
Normally, the brand name will taste more flavorful because it has a more artificial flavors in it than the generic brand does. So it will cost more and taste better.
Should taste better. Okay, good. Which will be more expensive, you think?
The name brand.
The name brand, okay. And does it always taste, does better taste always equal better value?
No, ma'am.
No, not always. Okay, good. So right now I want you to compute the unit price for each of the products that you're gonna be tasting in a few minutes. Sergio, I made Spanish copies for our 2 Spanish speakers, and if you would please just do a little interpreting if they have any questions. Thank you.
Hey, vanilla way.
Vanilla wafers, I got 0.30. Oh, okay.
De cada una cantidad para el número de
Yep. Yeah, he rounded.
Good. Okay, now we're in the food lab. We're going to call it our food lab. And I want to bring you back to the objective. By the end of the period, you're going to make a prediction based on the unit price of the food. And we did that already. Everyone's predicted what they think is going to taste better. And our second objective is, by the end of the period, you're going to develop a logical argument defending your position on unit pricing on name brand and generic foods. Okay, so while you're tasting the food, keep in mind that you're going to have to argue why somebody should buy one product or the other, regardless of how much it costs. Okay? Okay, so you need to each get a cup of the A and a cup with nothing on it. Okay? Look at those cups. Look at what's in it. You can smell them because when I opened each bottle of the drink, they did smell different to me too. So you might make some notes on that. Don't say anything out loud, please.
Taste it.
You can, after you look at it, take some notes on your graphic organizer there, discussing what you think, just about the look of each of those. Then after you do that, taste each one and make some notes on which one you think tasted better. After you decide which one you think tasted better, take one of the little post-it notes and you're going to walk over to the Coca-Cola poster on the board back there. And which one do you think tastes better? So just put a sticky note under A or B. Yeah, just take some notes on there and then take the sticky note. You don't have to put your name on the sticky note. Just take a blank sticky note, go to the Coca-Cola board and put a sticky note under A or B, whichever one you think tasted better. And then when you come back, on each table there's a bag with A on it and a bag with B on it. You're going to take one bag of Pop-Tarts out of the B bag and then take one out of the A bag. Now the bags are not labeled, so do them one at a time. If you take one out of B first, taste that one and write on the paper. Under B, yep. and then do the A Pop-Tart.
No, we're supposed to use.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, for the Pop-Tarts, looks like that's almost half and half, and one student said that there was no taste difference. Pop-Tart A is the name brand, and B was the generic brand. Okay, so that's about half and half. That's perfect. Now the Coca-Cola, B was the Coke. Yep, B was the Coke, and A was the generic. And the Nilla wafers, A was the Nilla wafers, and B was the generic.
So Coke B was real?
Yes.
And
Nilla wafers is A. Okay, so back to the objective. Now you're going to develop an argument defending your position. Raise your hand if you pick the name brand for all three. Generic for all three?
generic for two.
Generic for two. Okay. Okay. So whichever one you picked more of. So let's say you did the name brand twice and generic once. You're going to argue for name brand products. If you pick two generics and one name brand, then you're going to argue for the generic. Like why buy that? Okay? So go ahead and work on that for like.
How you doing? My name is Queen Rogers, and I feel that you should buy Great Value cereal.
And my name is Toast Nut, and I feel name brand is better.
Okay, and now you're going to try to convince each other, or you're going to defend your position.
All right.
Got a box of Cheerios here.
Okay.
You got Cheerios, I got Cheerios.
Great Value, name brand. Now, I feel like you should get Great Value because it says right here that you only have 100 grams of calories. But on here, it say 110. I mean, I feel like Great Value is healthy. Now, name brand might taste better, but you know, you add a little sugar to this, and it tastes just like that.
Nah, I feel you coming from. I feel you coming from on the health side of that. But let's scratch the health side.
All right.
Let's get a Cheerio out your box. You want Cheerio out there? I'm gonna get a Cheerio. It also says whole grain. Mine also says whole grain also, and it can lower cholesterol.
Well, I mean, you right. Okay, it lower cholesterol, but I mean, mine has more protein than that.
Okay,
more
cool.
protein. Mine has 3. Yours has 2. Mine has less sodium
You're right.
and less sugars. I mean, it's.
But then we can hit on the family side of the argument when I say I have my little brother. I get a bowl of that and I get a bowl of this. Put some milk in it. Give him a spoon.
Right.
Give him that. Slap it on the floor. Give him this. Happy baby.
You know what? I feel like you're right. I feel like the name brand will be better than Great Value.
I mean, nothing's wrong with Great Value.
Nothing wrong with it, but
'Cause it's
you know,
cheaper. I mean,
more
yeah.
people will pay more for a better taste.
You're right.
But people that likes Great Value and doesn't want to pay more will buy Great Value.
Thanks, guys. That was great. Thank you.